Hola, ¿cómo están? Muy buenas tardes.
Hi, teacher.
Hello, how are you? Muy buenas tardes tengan todos ustedes ahí. Very good. El día de ayer estuvimos hablando, yesterday we talked about controversial issues, ¿verdad? Algunos problemas controversiales. Comenzamos recordando los contables, because we have some non-consonants in this topic. Hablamos sobre esto, ¿verdad? Vamos a recordar. Let's remember what we said yesterday. Vamos a recordar qué es lo que estuvimos viendo el día de ayer. Yesterday we start with this topic, non-consonant nouns for abstract ideas. We remember, first of all, we remember the countable and uncountable noun features. Estuvimos hablando sobre qué es lo que compone, ¿verdad? De qué se componen o cómo vamos a manejar, cómo se manejan los countable and uncountable nouns. Ya vimos de cada uno de ellos, cómo los manejamos, qué se usa en cada uno de ellos. Hicimos un ejercicio para luego pasar a este test sobre how politically literate are you. Literate are you. Estuvimos resolviendo, vimos lo que era politics, constitution, democracy, and something like that. Then we have these non-country nouns that represent abstract ideas. Remember that abstract is only the idea. When we say abstract ideas, is only the idea or a concept in our mind. Es solo la idea que tenemos de algo, ¿verdad? El concepto. Vimos cómo se utilizaban cada de estas ideas abstractas, ¿verdad? Para luego ustedes resolvieron, corrigieron, ¿verdad? Corrected errors, encontraron los errores que había en este párrafo, in this paragraph, y lo hicieron perfecto cuando nos revisaron esto que tenemos en rojo, ¿verdad? Esto fue lo que hicimos a grandes rasgos el día de ayer. ¿Ok? Today we have nouns for abstract ideas. Tenemos estos nouns que usamos como en ideas abstractas. Cuando hablamos de ellos, when we talk about that, we have the idea, the concept of this noun. When we talk about advice, life, success, health, politics, justice, growth, health, peace, investment, progress, education, patience, work, poverty, crime, news time, and information. These are nouns that sometimes we use as abstract ideas, como ideas pues que tenemos en mente, ¿verdad? Y solo es como las tenemos aquí. Look, yesterday we talked about the countable and uncountable nouns, but now we have that countable nouns mean things that can be counted individually. Ya lo vimos ayer. Individually, we use the countable nouns. We can count them. Ya vimos que lleva cada uno de ellos, los contables, no contables. They have singular and plural, ya lo vimos ayer, que tenían tanto singular como plural. Esto, they have singular and plural form. We can say president or presidents, government or governments, and so on. None can noun make things that are not continued individually. Eso no lo podemos contar individualmente, as we saw yesterday in some products, in some liquids, in some liquids, liquid grains, powders, les estuvimos viendo ayer. And we can say a piece of news, a cup of tea, a few kilos of rice. Esto lo hablamos ayer. Many nouns can be used as accounts or non-count nouns, but the meaning is different. Vean que mucho de esto se puede usar como contable o no contable, pero el significado es diferente. Look, she studied government at a university. Government is an academic subject. Es una carrera, ¿verdad? She studied government at a university, an academic subject. Pero si lo hablamos como the country has had four governments in 10 years, government is a group of people who rule the country. Vean cómo tenemos government and government, but they have different meaning. The meaning is different. Es muy diferente, ¿verdad? Hablar sobre government en singular or government in plural. Aquí nos dice, she studied government, the country has had for government. Sometimes we confuse these words. A veces confundimos, ¿verdad? Estas palabras, porque las vemos y pensamos, pues el gobierno y gobiernos, but they have a different meaning. Democracy is the best form of government. A type of government is democracy. Vean cómo lo vimos ayer. Democracy, a type of government. Or if we talk about a democracy after the revolution, the country became a democracy, a country with a democratic system. A democratic system. Cuando tenemos un sistema democrático es a democracy. So cuando es solo democracy, it's a type of government. Tipo de gobierno, demócrata. Tipo de gobierno, demócrata. A country with democratic system, un país que tiene un sistema democrático. Vean cómo con una simple vocal, por ejemplo, a democracy, con un plural, cómo nos cambia el significado. Chicken, a chicken. I love chicken is the food in general. I love chicken, la comida en general. Me encanta el pollo. I bought a chicken, one actual bird. Compré un pollo. I love chicken in general. She has blonde hair, all of her hair in general. She has blonde hair, todo el pelo de una persona, ¿verdad? She got a hair in her eye. Vean cómo el contexto parece similar, parece igual, but it's different. She got a hair in her eye. One individual strand of hair. Cuando vemos un cabellito, ¿verdad? She got a hair in her eye. Que nos está molestando. Something that we have in our eye. We said one individual strand of hair, a hair or hair in general. Vean cómo lo podemos poner, ¿verdad? Según el contexto, depending on the context. How we're going to use these words as a count noun or uncountable noun. Countable nouns or non-count nouns, sorry. This is some information, ¿verdad? Pues como lo vimos el día de ayer, aquí en este pequeño párrafo, estuvimos viendo más de cerca que no decíamos que era solo information, not information. Here are some political information. Sometimes we think that we have news before. It's going to be are, y ya vimos que se tiene que usar is. La good news is. ¿Verdad? El día de ayer lo analizamos, lo checamos, y es por eso que continuamos viendo los count and uncount nouns, pero ahora en estas palabras, en estas nouns for abstract ideas. Look, we have a vocabulary words. Tenemos un vocabulario que a veces sabemos que es radical o que es liberal, moderate, conservative o reactionary. Los vamos a usar ahorita. Vamos a ver qué es esto, qué nos dice este vocabulario. Vamos a escucharlo para saber la definición de este vocabulario.
Page 100. Vocabulary. A continuum of political and social beliefs. Exercise A. Read and listen. Radical.
Liberal.
Moderate.
Conservative.
Reactionary. Now listen again and repeat. Radical.
Radical.
liberal,
liberal,
moderate,
moderate,
conservative,
conservative,
reactionary,
reactionary. Below that we have this vocabulary of political and social beliefs. We are talking about controversial issues, ¿verdad? Problemas controversiales, y a veces usamos este vocabulario radical, supporting complete political or social change. Es radical, supporting, ¿verdad? Cuando apoya, ¿verdad? Apoyamos, apoya a algo político, is a radical supporting complete political or social change. Cuando apoyamos un cambio social o político, decimos que somos radicales. Liberal, supporting changes in political, social, or religious systems that respect the different beliefs, ideas, etc. of other people. Cuando apoyamos, ¿verdad?, cambios políticos, sociales, religiosos, sistemas religiosos que respetan las diferentes creencias. Liberal, moderate, having opinions or beliefs, especially about politics, that are not extreme and that most people consider reasonable or sensible. It's a moderate. Conservative, preferring to continue to do things as they have been done in the past rather than risking changes. A conservative. And reactionary, strongly opposed to political or social change. Strongly opposed to political or social change. ¿Verdad? Cuando nos oponemos mucho a un cambio social o político, nos oponemos a aquel cambio, somos reactionary. ¿Verdad? This is a vocabulary that sometimes we use or sometimes not. It depends. It depends on the topic we're talking about. ¿Verdad? Depende del tema de discusión que estamos llevando a cabo. Decimos es una persona liberal. He's radical. ¿Verdad? He's radical. ¿Por qué? Pues porque apoya un cambio social político, es radical, es liberal. A veces lo utilizamos, a veces no. ¿Ok? Vamos a escuchar a estas personas a ver cómo son ellos. Nos dice he is, she is, he is. Nos vamos a fijar, we're going to check what is the principal topic. ¿Cuál es el topic principal de lo que hablan estas personas? Dice he is, and we have a radical, liberal, moderate, conservative or reactionary. Vamos a escucharlos y luego vemos a cuál, como estas personas que serán. Lo vamos a ver, a lo mejor nosotros no somos ninguna de ellas, ningún tipo de eso, ¿verdad? Listen and check the topic, the principal topic they are talking about.
Page 101, Conversation Models. Exercise A. Read and listen to a conversation about politics.
Do you mind if I ask you a political question?
No problem. What would you like to know?
Well, are you a liberal or a conservative?
Actually, I'm neither. I like to make up my mind based on the issue.
So would you say you're an independent?
I guess you could say that. If you don't want to answer, no offense, but I feel a little uncomfortable talking about that. I hope you don't mind.
Absolutely not. It's a good thing I asked.
Page 101, Conversation Models. Exercise A.
Esta no es.
Read and listen to a
Esta
conversation
no
about...
corresponde a esto. 505, let me check, ¿ok? Esto es de otra cosa. Está cambiado, espérenme, no sé si esté cambiado. Está...
Page 101.
No.
Page 101.
Is the same? No, esta no corresponde. It doesn't correspond to that. Let me check if I can get it. Ay, ¿cómo le hago? esta no es el listening. Ok, ahorita lo checamos porque no corresponde. Esto corresponde a estos y ellos, ahora sí, porque si lo quito a lo mejor me pierdo esto y me salgo y ya no voy a saber ni qué. Luego we have a conversation, they are talking about politics, de lo que trata este tema, controversial issues. Look, they are talking about something. Vamos a escuchar esta conversación porque la otra ahorita la voy a buscar, mientras vamos a discutir de qué
Page
hablarán.
101, Conversation Model. Exercise A. Read and listen to a conversation about politics.
Do you mind if I ask you a political question?
No problem. What would you like to know?
Well, are you a liberal or a conservative?
Actually, I'm neither. I like to make up my mind based on the issue.
So would you say you're an independent?
I guess you could say that. If you don't want to answer, no offense, but I feel a little uncomfortable talking about that. I hope you don't mind.
Absolutely not. It's a good thing I asked.
No sé por qué cambió. Ok. No sé por qué me está fallando esto. Lo escuchamos nuevamente.
Page 101, Conversation Model. Exercise A. Read and listen to a conversation about politics.
Do you mind if I ask you a political question?
No problem. What would you like to know?
Well, are you a liberal or a conservative?
Actually, I'm neither. I like to make up my mind based on the issue.
So would you say you're an independent?
I guess you could say that. If you don't want to answer, no offense, but I feel a little uncomfortable talking about that. I hope you don't mind.
Absolutely not. It's a good thing I asked.
Look, that they are talking about a political question. Do you mind if I ask you a political question? Sometimes people like to talk about political, and sometimes we don't like it. They are talking about politics, and what the first person said. Do you mind if I ask you a political question? No problem. What would you like to know? Well, are you a liberal or a conservative? Actually, neither. Neither. I like to make my mind based on that issue. So, would you say you are an independent? I guess you could say that. But if we don't want to answer when they say, hmm, would you say that you are an independent? No offense, but I feel sometimes we don't want to answer the question and we say, no offense, but I feel a little uncomfortable talking about that. I hope you don't mind. Absolutely not. It's a good thing to write. Sometimes people don't like to talk about some topics, not only politics, different topics like religion or maybe different issues. But we can say no offense, but I feel a little uncomfortable talking about that. Jenny, what do you like to talk about political question about politics? Do you like to talk about politics in this time that they are closed? Jenny? Okay, Karina, do you like to talk about politics?
Teacher,
Okay.
sí, se escucha muy raro.
Así como, like what? ¿Como qué?
Como un sonidito, como si estuviera moviendo el micrófono, como cuando mueven los micrófonos,
¿Sí?
y se confunde un poquito con su voz.
Yo los escucho perfecto, no sé qué esté pasando. Sí los escucho muy claro, pero no sé si sean no sé, las bocinas, tal vez la bocina. Pero si se entiende o no se entiende, porque peor si no se entiende mi voz.
Sí, sí se entiende.
¿Sí?
Pero está muy como
Claro.
poquito volumen, pues.
O como muy
Como que se va y luego vuelve.
Ah, ok.
Ajá.
Okay, we're talking about different issues, different controversial issues. And aquí le pregunté a Karina, Karina, do you like to talk,
Yes, teacher.
do you like to talk about politics?
No, teacher, because when I talk about the polit, I lost a friend.
Yeah, yes, because if we talk about the religion, politics, or different topics,
Yes, the different topic.
yeah, we have different ideas, and we start we start talking and talking, and we don't get anywhere. No llegamos a nada, ¿verdad? Sometimes we have topics that is better not to talk about that. And what about Carla? What topic would you like to talk about? ¿A usted de qué le gusta hablar para que no salga mal con alguien?
No, sí me gusta hablar con las personas y ya si me hablan de algún tema, yo nada más les sigo la corriente. Digo, sí, no, sí está bien, pero no les digo, no, no me hables de eso, como que las dejo.
Oh, what about Andres? What would you like to talk about? What topic you don't like to talk about? What topic, what issue you don't like to talk about, Andres?
Me? Mm, like,
¿De qué no le gusta? What don't you like to talk about?
creo que se lo escucho.
Me?
Es que no me deja escuchar mi perro, estos ladres.
What topic or what topic or issues? ¿De qué problemas, verdad? ¿De qué temas, problemas? Issues es problemas controversiales, controversial issues. No, you don't like to talk about. Don't you like to talk about?
Maybe the political
Sometimes,
political topic.
ok, casi a la mayoría no nos gusta hablar de eso, ¿verdad? Porque como decía,
Uh,
¿verdad?
yes, it's too difficult.
Sometimes you are agree with something or disagree and the other person siempre queremos tener la razón o quiere la otra persona tener la razón y uno dice que y no, son temas, ¿verdad? We have different topics, some controversial issues, vean problemas controversiales. We have some controversial issues. A veces vean que nos dice censorship of books and movies. ¿Qué será eso? Son controversial issues, son problemas controversiales que no quedamos de acuerdo en nada. ¿Qué imaginamos que sea el censorship of books and movies? ¿Qué será eso? Vean la imagen, look at the picture. ¿Qué será?
La censura en diferentes cosas como libros o películas.
Es censura, ¿verdad? Censorship
Sí.
of books and movies. Este es una controversial issue, es un tema controversial sobre la censura, censorship of books and movies. Hay películas o libros, ¿verdad? Que pues dicen censurado por X cosas. Compulsory military service. Vamos a escucharlo.
Page 102, vocabulary. Some controversial issues. Exercise A. Read and listen. Censorship of books and movies. Compulsory military service. Lowering the driving age.
Raising the voting age. Prohibiting smoking indoors.
Now listen again and repeat. Censorship of books and movies. Compulsory military service.
Compulsory military service.
Lowering the driving age.
Raising the voting age. prohibiting smoking indoors.
Very good. We have 5 controversial issues. Censorship of books and movies. What do you think about that? Diana, what do you think about these controversial issues? Censorship of books and movies.
I think we all have different opinions about how explicit are the movies or the books. Like in every topic.
Yeah. And what do you think about sometimes some movies or some movies or appear on the screen on TV? And what do you think of that? They should be, they should have censorship, they should be censorship on TV or not? Or it depends who wants to watch them.
But it's about
You mean? ¿Ya, Diana? No escuché. I couldn't hear you, Diana. Ya no se escuchó, Diana.
yes, teacher.
What do you think about the censorship of movies? Of movies and open TV? Because sometimes we are watching the TV, we're watching TV, and suddenly appear some things that should be censored or not. People are censored or no. In this time, I think, I don't know, what do you think? They should be censored, deben ser censuradas.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
Sometimes in open TV, we're talking with our kids or our parents, or something like that. And nowadays, there are many TV programs that they have irrelevant things or not, or prohibited censorship. And I think that is bad. I think that people on there in this TV to check what they are going to display on the TV. Right? In compulsory military service, ¿qué es esto? Compulsory military service. Es el servicio militar que es obligatorio. What do you think about this topic, Andrés? Compulsory military service o servicio militar obligatorio here in Mexico. All citizens, they can serve in the military at age 18. What do you think about this controversial issue? How old are you? How old are you, Andrés?
I think the military service.
How old?
Sorry.
How old are you?
I think the military service
Maybe
at the age of 18 it's good because you have the age to do it your preference if you can go, if you want to go and do it. But it's too different here in Mexico and USA.
Yeah, it's very different here in Mexico than in the United States because here in Mexico, most of the young people shouldn't do that. Casi no no, they should do that, but most of them don't do that. No lo hacen, ¿verdad? Bueno,
Aquí en México no.
here in Mexico,
Casi
but in the United States is a compulsory, it's obligatory, it's a compulsory, the military service. Yes, but is it good that the question is it good that it should be compulsory? ¿Y será bueno? Debe ser Obligatorio, it should be compulsory, the military service or not. Here in Mexico,
Compulsory? Maybe not.
obligatorio, no.
May,
Compulsory, maybe not. Why?
because most of the people have another plan,
Another, okay.
another plans, or maybe they want to do some different.
When do we use the military service? When?
Here in Mexico at the age of
Oh,
18.
but when? Pero si lo ocupamos, is it necessary? Is it necessary the military service in Mexico or not?
No, it's not necessary.
Oh, in my
Here in Mexico, no.
case, I have never used it. Nunca lo he usado. I have never used it. I did
I do my military service.
my military service many years
I do my military service.
ago. I have never needed. I have never needed. Nunca, entonces, pues como here in Mexico is not necessary.
Here in Mexico is most soft than United States.
Yeah, than in the United States. And what about you? What do you think, Karina, about this controversial issue, the compulsory military service?
I think it's good because the people can learn the rules and be a best person.
Okay. And what about Jenny? What do you think about that? Jenny?
Well, I don't know so much about it because like here in Mexico, the woman we don't do military service, but I think it's good because the some that they do the military service, they get a new knowledge of the country or to some of the rules that we follow.
Oh, very good. And what about Diana? What's your opinion about the compulsory military service? That young people up to 18 have to do the military service. It should be a compulsory military service or not?
Well, I think it's not necessary
Sorry.
because not all men want to do it.
I don't know when. I don't know. In my own, I don't know when do we need it. I don't know when I'm going to need the military service because at my age, I have never need to have a military service. Lo tengo, pero no lo necesité, ¿verdad?
But now in many jobs, it's necessary.
If you're going to get married, you don't need it. If you're going to study in any university, you don't need it. I don't know why. Sometimes it's a compulsory military. Here in Mexico, no, as Andres said, but maybe in other countries, it should be compulsory. Very good. Lowering the driving age. Lowering. Register here for a license. You will be 18 and is driving 16. Is it good? Lowering, bajar, ¿verdad? Disminuir. Lowering the driving age. What do you think, Karina? Is it good?
Is the age for drive?
Ya, lowering the driving age. Bajar la edad. Nos piden que manejemos, que tengamos nuestra licencia, de driving license, a the age of 18, a los 18 que lo tengamos, ¿verdad? Pero aquí nos dice que bajar la edad, ¿verdad? Para manejar. Lowering the driving age. What do you think?
I think it's okay because when have an emergency in the family, we can use a person with that age.
Okay. And what do you think about that, Jenny? Jenny, what's your opinion about lowering the driving age? It's not Jenny. Okay. Andres?
Yes, teacher. Lowering the driving age, I think no.
It's not good.
I think no, it's not a good idea
Okay. Why? Why do you
because most of the accidents, uh,
happen?
happen by teenagers.
Teenagers of the age of 16 maybe.
So
Or
I like most the idea of the 18.
okay, you think that is not a good idea to lower
Yeah.
driving age. Very good. And what about Diana? What's your opinion?
I think it's okay, teacher,
Okay.
because well, the same than Karina, when you have an emergency, it's necessary to have one person that knows how to drive.
And right. Okay, so yeah, it depends. In these cases, I think that is good. I think that in both. For example, Andres says that he thinks that is not good idea because most of the accidents happen with some people who is less than 18. But in these cases, Tatiana and Diana says, sometimes it's a necessity. It's a necessity to use a car, to try the car, because normal people maybe can drive, and if a person who is less than 18 can drive, he do that. He's going to do that. Very good. Different opinion. And ¿cómo se va a cortar? Vamos a conectar nuevamente rápidamente. Es bueno que hablen, que se muevan y lo están haciendo perfecto. It's very, very good. Como podamos, dijimos, se trata de hablarlo. Si nos equivocamos, no importa, no importa. Hay que dialogar, son temas de discusión, ¿verdad? Volvemos rapidito, rápido.